What are some cooking hacks you swear by? Easy 1. Clean while you cook. Boxed chocolate cake. Use cooled brewed coffee instead of the water. Richens the flavor so much. I do it with boxed brownies too. Pretty much every soup can use a little drop of lemon juice. Knives. Get good knives and a sharpener. Partially frozen chicken breasts are a lot easier to cut than fully thawed. Preheat. Preheat the oven every time. Let your pan heat up. And let the oil heat up. When I sauté veggies, chopped onions, bell peppers, etc., I prep the veggies first. Add salt to the prep bowl. And let it sit for 10 to 20 minutes before adding the veggies to the pan. The salt will penetrate the veggies and drive water out. Veggies taste better and take less time to sear and pick up color. If your frozen food has instructions for cooking from thawed, move that food from the freezer to the fridge the day before and cook it from thawed. It will almost always be better. Have a cheat sheet for times things go in the oven and how long it takes so you can prepare side dishes to go with the entree. MSG. Put a damp paper towel under your cutting board to prevent it from sliding around when you are cutting. Buy a 5 pounds bag of onions. Caramelize all the onions at once. Divide up into portions and package individually. Then freeze. The onions cook down to a manageable size during caramelization. Only needs to be done once every few months this way. Edit to clarify. Yes, the slow cooker trick works. Olive oil. Salt. Set on low overnight. And yes, it really takes longer to caramelize onions than many recipe writers claim. There's a whole rabbit hole about cooking time. In 2012, Tom Skocker wrote a takedown of onion caramelization lie. And in 2017, Skocker wrote a follow-up because a very faulty Google algorithm was still lying and citing him as its source. 6 years later, the top Google returns on cooking time are still a jumble. Everywhere from 15 minutes to 65 minutes. The truth is it takes around an hour on the stove. LPT. Slow cookers are the way to go if you have one. https://human-interest/2012/05/how-to-cook-onions-y-lie-about-how-long. They take to caramelize. HTML. https gizmodo.com/googles-algorithm-is-lying-to-about-onions-and-blam-17930577889. Edit number 2. A pressure cooker won't do the job as well. The website Serious Eats still publishes a recipe, yet they no longer recommend it due to negative user feedback about texture. You can add green onions to almost everything. If your food is bland even though you've added salt, then it's missing acidity. Lemon juice, lime juice, or vinegar are easy additions. Ice cube in the center of your leftover rice before you microwave it, makes the rice get soft and fluffy again. Prep everything first. Have all of your veggies cut and ingredients ready. You will be more relaxed. Clean as you go. Wash your dishes while waiting for your food to finish cooking. Less dishes to deal with at the end of the night. If a recipe says to sauté onions and garlic together at the same time, don't. Do the onions first. And then add the garlic when the onions are just about done. Garlic can be over-sautéed and it takes on a bit of flavor. Not mine. But my wife browns the butter before she adds it to chocolate chip cookie dough, and they're the best freakin' cookies I've ever eaten. If your executive function is betraying you and you rely on microwavable or pre-made meals, find something small you can add to make them more substantial and to feel more like a meal. Add chopped broccoli to ramen noodles. Cumin and red pepper flakes are great to toss in. 2. Cook minute rice with a chicken bouillon cube and some butter and pretend it's risotto. Personal favorite is to dump a can of corn into a microwave-safe bowl and mix in a bunch of taco seasoning. And if cleanup is a struggle too, use paper plates and bamboo flatware. Disposable chopsticks are super cheap and easy to find online. When you're struggling with depression, fatigue, or anything that makes taking care of yourself harder, taking shortcuts isn't laziness. It's how you survive to make those more daunting tasks a little less scary. Unrelated. If you're making a soup or stir-fry with lots of veggies, sauté the veggies a bit before adding other ingredients till the onions are translucent. I'm sure there's some food science reason that this makes soups taste better, but I have no idea what it is. I use soy sauce in a lot of stews and soups to help bring out savory flavors. My minestrone, for instance, usually has some soy sauce in it. I always take my cookies out of the oven a couple minutes or so before they're supposed to come out. They still cook a little bit when they're cooling on the pan. And as a result they come out nice and soft. Leaving a potholder on the handle of a cleaned cast iron pan to let anyone who might put it away know it may be hot as it cools down.